Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So glad to have you guys here today. Real quick before we get any further into the video, let me just say I have my 6-month-old right beside me, so you will probably hear him. He is playing, so he might sound like he's fussy, but he's actually having fun here. He's grinning and giving me the evil eyes and just laughing, getting ready to interrupt the video. No big deal, that's what they do. But so yesterday we took a look at two box cutters on this channel. We looked at the Linux Gold / Tradesman, and then we also looked at the Irwin lightweight or folding. It was an Irwin folding utility knife. No big deal. So today's video, we're going to take a look at something that I also bought while I was at Lowe's the other day, and that is the 3-piece camo set from Kobalt. You get two of these little box cutters, and then you get the folding knife from Kobalt. Like I said, pretty cool. Real quick, we're just going to go over some of the features on both the folding knife and the utility knife. Real quick, so this is it's a quick release feature here. You got that little notch that you press down on it and it opens up relatively fast, so be careful. I will say that it is slightly assisted, and you can kind of, like, as soon as you press on it, you can kind of just feel it go. So, you know, like I said, be careful. The blade, I can already kind of tell, is made out of a semi-cheaper material. It doesn't look like it was made with a lot of love. I can see a lot of nicks and stuff right in the blade. You know, it's cut, copy, paste, mass-produced. You know, like I said, not a lot of love thrown into it, but it's still going to serve as a knife. It's going to work, okay? So that's why I'm not hating on them. It was 20 bucks for all three of these. You know, it was more or less quantity over quality. So, you know, who's really at fault here? The camo is a really nice touch. The actual handle is like a plasticky material, and the camouflage is super fly, in my opinion. Pretty fly for a white guy, right? Pocket clip is one of the biggest issues that I have with Kobalt, and they seem to have really fastened this one down. The only issue I have is my old box cutter that I had of theirs had the same exact style, and as soon as you pull that back, even though it is fastened on there good and it doesn't feel like it's going, the moment you hook that on anything, it's over. Game over. The pocket clip is screwed. It will never be the same again. Please, you know, take my word for it. And I really mean that, because of the stiff nature of the pocket clip. You can do whatever you want. You can try to bend it back. It's just done. So keep that in mind. But so it does have this sweet locking mechanism that you pull down on. It's got two little knobs here, one here and one here. So once it's opened, you pull down on both sides, pull down on it, and then you close it. Make sure your fingers are clear. Pretty cool. Not too bad. It's even got a little hole so you can slip on your lanyard or whatever else you want to put on there. Pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of like pocket knives. I'm more or less the utility knife kind of guy. They're more practical. It's better for a work environment. Now, knives out in the outdoors and that kind of situation, all day. But, you know, in what I do professionally, utility knives just are a better fit. So I'm not a big knife guy. However, utility knives all day. But if I had to give this thing a rating, in my opinion, and keep in mind, this is just my opinion, to be what it is, you know, it was $20 for 3 of them. So you divide that up by 3, and that's what, you know, that's kind of how I'm taking it. That's not a terrible deal for a pocket knife, especially one that feels as decent as this. You know, obviously it's still a cheaper knife, so don't get ahead of yourself. The thing might fall apart. Who knows? Anyway, I would probably give it, including, you know, quality and just the product itself and the price, I would at least give it a 7.5 out of 10. It could always be better, and, you know, by all means, if they put a little bit more effort into this pocket knife right here and, you know, made it just a little bit better, it could possibly be a fantastic knife on its own. But, you know, it's still good. Like I said, still functions as a knife, and it's going to do everything you ever wanted. Anyway, moving on to either one of these, because they are exactly, and I mean exactly the same. So you get two of the Camouflage box cutters / utility knives. I'm probably going to say / utility knives a billion times. So just be prepared. Take a shot every time I say / utility knife. Now, oddly enough, the utility knife seems to be a lot lighter than the pocket knife itself, probably just because the blade's a lot heavier. But it is relatively, there's a noticeable weight difference. Now, one thing I will say is the finish seems to feel kind of different too, oddly enough. I'm not sure why that would be. Maybe it's just this one, but it still seems to be a little bit more plasticky feel than the actual pocket knife. No big deal though. Like I said, it's probably gonna rub off. It's probably gonna rub off anyway, so it's not even that big of a deal. So how this sucker works is you actually push down on this little button here, okay? And then you push down, and then you go over, and then you slide up, and it's gonna click twice. Or maybe it was just me. But anyway, so it's as soon as you let go of it, it's gonna go towards the right. What you're gonna have to do is push down, go left, pull down, and that's how you close it. What are you doing, buddy? Once you have this thing fully extended and you have the blade exposed, what is it? Yeah. Hey. Anyway, once you have the blade fully exposed, you push down right here on this button, and that is actually how you, if I'm not mistaken, which I could be, who knows? Okay, yeah, that's exactly how you do it. So this is the, this right here is in full extendo mode. That is when it's, you know, fully out and ready to rock. You pull it back one more click until the blade itself is the only thing exposed. Then you press down on this button right here, and then that's when you remove the blade. That's how you change the blade. That's pretty cool. I'm actually a pretty big fan of that. You know, but now there's two depth settings, which I like. You know, this is a little bit more controllable, and then, you know, a little bit more, you got a little bit more wiggle room there. Pretty cool. I've obviously used retractable razor blades like this, but just the whole, what is it? Huh? What are you doing? Well, hold on a second. Anyway, like I was saying, I've never used or I've never owned one as different as this. Usually, the button to extend the blade is just you press down and go forward, but on this one, you have to push over and then forward. And then same thing. It'll lean towards the right whenever it is fully extended, and then you push over and then go down. That's pretty cool. You know, it serves as a safety feature, because it's not gonna, if you have it clipped in your pocket, it's not gonna easily extend and you know, cut an artery and kill yourself. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, it's got a few different clicks. So once you start going, it's going to stop right here, okay? That's the first stop. And like I said, that's the first depth right there. That's pretty cool, okay? Very easily controllable. And then you get a little bit more depth on the second one there. And that's actually how you change the blade. You press down on the button, pull out. Pretty cool. I'm trying to show you guys, okay? There's the button. You press the button, and then you pull the blade out. Pretty neat, if I do say so myself. And then finally, you get to the third depth here. That's fully extended. That's as far as it's going to go. Pretty neat. The pocket clip is about the same as the actual pocket knife. And it's probably going to do the same thing my other Kobalt did. But we'll find out. Anyway, my son over here is having a field day, kicking and punching. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys stopping in and showing me some love. This video may have felt like a little bit rushed. That's because it was. I don't get to upload often, so, you know, you get a chance, you do it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe!